Whoa, did James just say that Abraham was justified by works? That sounds like the opposite of what Paul teaches. Paul says that we're justified by faith, not works. So who's right? Paul or James? Well, the truth is they're both right. They were just fighting on two different fronts. Now, Paul spoke to people who believed that circumcision, food laws, rituals could earn them God's favor. James, on the other hand, addressed people who said that they had faith but showed no sign of it. Paul said that you can't earn salvation by religious works, and James said if your faith doesn't produce godly works, is it even real? These aren't enemies, they're brothers standing back to back, fighting on two different fronts. Now look at Abraham. James says that he was justified by works when he offered up Isaac, but Genesis 15 says that Abraham was already declared righteous when he believed God's promise, and that was decades before he climbed Mount Moriah with his son. So what gives? Well, James is using the word justified differently than Paul. Paul speaks of our initial standing before God, our salvation through faith alone. James uses justified more in its common meaning, to prove something true. Think about a left justified paragraph. It lines up with the margin, or a person in court, if they're justified, their actions line up with the law. So James isn't saying Abraham became righteous when he offered Isaac. He's saying his faith was shown to be real. He showed that he was aligned with God. His action proved what was already true in his heart. We know Abraham had faith when he obeyed, even when it made no sense. And James isn't replacing Paul's gospel. He's supporting it. We are saved by faith alone, but not by a faith that stays alone. True faith always brings fruit. James says, I'll show you my faith by what I do. And that's not pride. It's proof. Not proof to earn salvation, but proof that salvation has already happened.